love old chairs. I love anything that's old and rickety and crazy. This one, this is actually the seat. All I did was pop it off the top of here, screw it to the next rung down. I'm going to take one of the bigger pieces of coconut husk. Don't pay any attention to the guy behind the curtain back here. We're going to take this and I'm going to shove this just right down in here. This is oversized for this, so what we'll do is just keep tucking it down until we get the size we want. And I'm going to pull this down really quick and do this. I'm going to fill it up with soil, and once again, it's just the regular potting soil that we're using. So this one would take probably about 10 quarts of soil to fill this little bin up. So if you bought one of the smaller bags of soil, you'd be doing just great. And what I've done is I filled that full of soil right there. Now I'm going to bring this around. We're going to plant this in the front because that table's just way too tall. And you can see, just kind of tuck that coconut up in there, pull it back under, tuck it back down. And when we get done, I'll show you. We'll take it and ruffle up the edges and rough it up and make it look really pretty for you. We're going to take just an assortment of different types of succulents. And we are going to just have a plant today with them. This one's called Blue Spruce. It's front one I've got. It's like the Angelina stone crop. It just always stays blue. We're going to put him right on the front. He's going to cascade down over the top of that chair, up the front of that chair. We are going to take the variegated plant. This is a really cool plant because this one right here is going to take on, as the more sun it gets, the stem gets very, very red and the leaves get very, very mint green, but will be very bushy for you. So it's really cool. Don't be afraid to come back in here and trim them. It's not going to hurt them at all. We're going to take that one, plant it right behind the little blue. And another type of aloe. Now these are really cool aloes. This one in particular, you can see these roots on this. That's what I say, they don't mind the pots. They just keep going around, 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 around. Doesn't bother them. This is really cool. This just got done blooming. This blooms little tiny orange flowers all the way to the top. So we are going to put him towards the back. Pop him in there. Come over here. One of my favorite plants to use is the pencil plant or the fire stick. It doesn't look like much, but the cool thing with this one is these have been inside of a greenhouse. As soon as they go outside, you'll see out here we've got some smaller ones right outside the window. These will start taking on an orange. That's why I call them the pencil stick. They look like a #2 pencil. But I've seen these things get 5 to 6 feet tall. All you got to do is cut them right back. They regrow, but they're gorgeous. You see these little bitty tiny little on the end of them? That's its bloom. It doesn't do anything, but it's just a stick plant. But we're going to put this to the back, so it's going to grow completely up the back of this plant. And so easy to do. And like I said, when you're doing the succulents, you want to just basically shove them in as tight as you can get them. This one is called jet beads. This is a fun one. The only problem I ever have with this one is the little beads just keep falling off. But every time the bead falls off, that's sometimes a new plant for you. It will reseed itself. It actually grows roots out. This one takes on the gorgeous burgundies and gold tones. We're going to set him right back here. He's going to hold up our fire stick plant until he gets rooted in. Then we're going to bring in, this is the coolest. This is like the Angelina that we've been using. This is called chocolate ball. I call it rust cedar. It is the coolest new one out. We're going to put him right here, and he's also going to cascade down really pretty. A little bit of Angelina. I use this in everything. It's kind of like the potato vine to me. That color just makes everything pop out. So if you've got a dull area, always pop in something that's apple green. It's going to make any color that you've got just look, the magnitude on it, the color-wise is just unbelievable. And this will all start to cascade down. We'll put a little bit of the veggie plant in here. And as you can see, we're just stuffing this thing full. The tighter the better, because you want it to look like this is growing out of the actual seed. So it's, and after a while, this is going to look like an actual cushion. You won't ever see the coconut moss or anything. This is just going to cascade out. It'll look like a really pretty covered seed. And we'll put one more sedum in. This one, this one has no name. I can't remember. I used to call this one the little mini ghost. This one will turn white all the way around the screen, so it's really, really pretty. We're going to tuck him right next to this one. Put him in. And come back up. Get our gravel. We'll just do a final dressing on that. Just like that. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. You just kind of come in here and lay it in and just kind of cover up all your little soil. Spread it out with your fingers. And there you go. A really cute little seed planter, a totally different take on how you use this. Now the cool thing with this one is, if you actually wanted to do this, you could put a couple of screws like on the side of a garage or on the back patio or whatever you've got and actually hang this as a wall piece. This would be really, really cute.